Thank you for staying tuned. And to talk about the palliatives shared in Borno State by the governor, Zulum, I'm joined live by Kaka Shehu Lawan, a member of the Palliative Distribution Committee. Good morning. Glad to have you join me.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Mr. Lawan, could you provide us details as to the palliatives, shared to Jere local government area in Borno State?
Thank you very much. Following the recent economic hardship on the residents of the state and other Nigerians alike, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Borno State, deemed it fit to set up a committee to distribute food items to 100,000 people in Maiduguri Metropolitan Council and Jere local government areas. I am a member of the committee. This distribution exercise started 72 hours ago, and the exercise was on through to yesterday up to this morning. We hope to round it up sometimes next week. It comprised of households within the two local government areas. Both male and female households are inclusive. So that is the summary of what we are doing in the distribution exercise.
But how impactful was this distribution of palliatives, in cushioning the hardship being faced by people in these areas who are battling with the high cost of living in Nigeria?
Well, the governor before now had launched the mass transit buses within the state and fixed the transport fare at 50 naira per drop. Initially, he started with reducing the transportation cost, and thereafter ensured that fuel were supplied to all filling stations in the state with a view to having access to steady fuel supply by the residents. Thereafter, the next is the high cost of food items in our markets. They have started this distribution in other local government areas. 50 kg of rice and maize is being distributed to the residents. And in the metropolis, we are giving 25 kg bag of rice and 25 kg bag of maize to the residents free of charge. So it will go a long way in alleviating the suffering of the people. You have a transport system that is subsidized, you have access to fuel supply, and you have free food. This will go a long way in cushioning the effect of the hardship meted on the citizens as a result of the economic meltdown in the country. And we are optimistic that the residents will reciprocate this good gesture by being law-abiding citizens.
I hear you, but then I wonder as to what measures were employed in selecting beneficiaries for these palliatives. Were there any challenges encountered in the process?
Well, the procedure followed was we invited district heads, village heads, and ward heads, in addition to government appointees that were drawn from the neighborhoods that made up Maiduguri Metropolitan Council. I'm talking of the wards that made up, we have 15 wards. We brought government apparatus that are living within this local government area in the wards. And then we gave free hand to these traditional institutions to distribute forms. We also disqualified all politicians that are holding offices, ward chairman, ward secretary, local government party ESCO, state party ESCO, and any other party executives holding office is disqualified from this distribution. We ensure that these forms are given to ordinary citizens of the state devoid of any political affiliation. Now, the impact is, if you were given a form, you fill that form, and the same traditional institution, in collaboration with government appointees, will bring these forms for vetting. After vetting, we now give you a token for you to be admitted into the Academy Warriors Sports Center, where you are going to be given these food items. So it has trickled down. I am telling you, I have been part of palliatives in the state for a very long period of time, but this time around, it has trickled down beyond our imagination. So all the residents were happy. people that were hitherto shortchanged in previous distribution exercises have benefited today.
Thank you so much for your time on the news. Kaka, Shehu, Lawan, thank you once again.
Thank you for having me.
And now to more security stories.